Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max. I'm here with another Pauper League, and I'm going to be playing my Blue-Red Serpentine Curve Brew again. This deck is really sweet. I think this deck is actually pretty decent. I think it's good, and I've made some changes since the last time I played it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this league. Before I go through the changes, let me shout out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's going to be a link down below to subscribe, and then the second link in the description is going to be a link just to go to the channel. If you want to check out the first league with this deck, I think I've actually played it through 2 leagues if I'm not mistaken. The first league is really sweet. The second league is good as well. We've definitely learned things in both leagues. And here we are in the third league with this Serpentine Curve Brew. So again, go check out my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. Go look at those decks, those leagues, a lot of other good decks too. Um, and throw a like on this video, subscribe if you like my content. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into this deck. What changes did we make since the last ones? What is this deck? This is just Serpentine Curve. It's a 4-mana sorcery where you create a 0/0 blue and green fractal creature token, but you put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 1 plus the total number of instant and sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. So graveyard and exile added up. And then as you can see, we have 0 creatures, just all instant and sorceries and lands. And then basically what we do, we're just a blue-red control deck. Lightning Bolt, Scred, Counterspell, Frantic Inventory, makes sense, everything you would expect. Preordain, Brainstorm, again, pretty normal stuff, 21 lands. But then we're playing Pieces of the Puzzle, which is 3-mana sorcery. This is like basically our card advantage engine along with Frantic Inventory. Reveal the top 5, put up to 2 instant or sorcery cards from among them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. So this fuels Serpentine Curve. It draws you spells, and it just like finds you what you need. So basically you're casting Pieces of the Puzzle. If you reveal, like, let's just say 4 instant or sorceries in 1 land, that's a good hit. Because then you get to take 2 out of those 4 and you bin 2 other spells. So you're really ramping up your Serpentine Curves while gaining card advantage. So this card is just really sweet in the list. You can also bin cards like Frantic Inventory, which is just nice. You can bin a new addition in Maximize Velocity, 1-mana sorcery. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains haste till end of turn, and Jumpstart, where you can cast it from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs. Oh, I thought you even had to discard a land, but it's just any card. So I wasn't sure about this card. Some people told me to run it, and I was honestly unsure. But let me shout out Campo right now. Campo is a solid Pauper player, and they took my brew, the Serpentine Curve brew. They played a lot of Goblin Wizardry before, so they were familiar with this style of spell deck, and they like saw me in the first league. I think I played the Serpentine Curve brew, and then they altered it, and Campo was able to 5-0 a league, which is pretty sweet, with a very similar deck to this. Campo cut all the Teach by Examples. It was running like 3 Thought Scour, but I did take the Maximized Velocity tech from them. We have added the 1 Fling. I tried 2 in the last league, which just felt like too many. When I drew it in my opening hand, it's obviously just terrible. But having the 1 is really nice. And I'm not ready to go down to 0 Teach by Example. In my original brew, I had 4 Teach by Example. But I think 1 or 2 Teach by Example is actually pretty good, because you can do some pretty sweet stuff, like get up to 6 mana and then cast Teach by Example, cast Curve, make 2 snakes. The play I really like is make a snake and then untap with it. Maybe you go to 6 mana, you make a snake with Counterspell up. And then you, next turn, you get to go Teach by Example into Fling. So copying Fling is a really good way to just like, essentially like not cheese them out, but combo them out. So I like the Teach by Example. It seems sweet, good with Curve. You can even copy Pieces of the Puzzle. You can copy Cannonade to Wrath twice, or Wrath for 4, I should say. And I'm trying a couple Thought Scourers, good with Brainstorm, and it helps power up the curves as well. So that seems pretty sweet. Could be 4 Brainstorm, could be a couple Ponders instead. But with 21 lands, we shouldn't have to really ponder for lands that often. You don't really want to keep like 1 land, 1 ponder hands anyway, with this deck compared to something like Fae. And then in the sideboard, 1 Dispel, Trip Hydro, Quad Pyroblast, 2 Shenanigans, because this card is good to find with Pieces of the Puzzle, 1 Cannonade, and then some non-spell cards, and 2 Bonders, 2 Relics. But the deck is sweet. There's a lot of room for improvement. You could play even cards like Augur of Bolas, Even though it lowers your overall spell count. It's obviously really good because it usually will hit a spell and draw a card and give you a body. Could cut Teach by Example entirely, could even go up to 3, could go down to 1, and could change up the cantrip suite and could play cards like Exclude, I've seen people play, and there's even just other options that you can do with the deck. So there's a lot of room for improvement and just to change up the list. But without further ado, let's just get right into round 1. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to round 1. We're against Riki Beholder. Would you like to play first? Yes. I'll keep this hand. Now there's a question, do we brainstorm on turn 1? I think the answer is yes, because we can brainstorm again on turn 2 if we want. And I want to just keep putting spells into the graveyard and cantripping, and just ramping up our serpentine curves here. So let's just end of turn brainstorm. I could even upkeep shuffle if I want. I mean, all these cards are pretty good. I think what I like doing, is there one card I don't want right now? Maybe Teach by Example I don't need yet. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is put these back. I don't want to put Frantic Inventory back. That was almost a mistake. I guess I can put back Evolving Wilds, and then I can draw it, or I can choose to Brainstorm plus Ash Barrens next turn. All right, let's go put those back, play land, and then just pass with Counterspell and Frantic Inventory up. I know I have Teach by Example on top of my deck. So I could always go Ash Barrens into Brainstorm. I could also just go, I could just Counterspell this. I think I like just getting this out of there. I don't want to get drained out by a Tog or anything. I think we're going to do it. And again, I know Teach by Example is the top card of my deck. So I kind of want to just upkeep Shuffle right here and not draw the Teach by Example. Because I want to draw Teach by Example later in the game. So let's do it. Let's get a mountain here. Then draw a random card. It's a Scred. I'm not going to play the Evolving Wilds because I can just play a Frantic Inventory end of turn. And then maybe next turn I can Brainstorm plus Evolving Wilds. I can only Scred for 3 here. It looks like opponent's not doing that much yet. I mean, I guess they can Thought Cast this turn. Yeah. Okay. That is fine. Cannonade, not that great here. Pieces of the puzzle. I mean, now I kind of want to just fire off pieces and then play a tap land. I like it. I could have fetched first. And yeah, I'll definitely put these both into my hand rather than putting them into the graveyard. Do I get second mountain? I mean, it's not bad. I might want to play double removal spell. I guess I can just wait till their end step. Yeah, I could choose to not crack. So I can Brainstorm Shuffle next turn, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather just crack end of turn and then Brainstorm and hope to draw either another Shuffle effect or Brainstorm into pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, I like that. Mirror Enforcer? Are they ever going to play one? A Tog? Oh, Munitions? Well, I can't counter it, so it resolves. They're really not applying that much pressure. Might want to get another island here, honestly, but I think I'll just get mountain. I can just naturally draw islands. Okay, there's Fjord. So I think what I like to do is go Brainstorm, put 2 spells back, most likely, and then Piece of the Puzzle. Definitely put Velocity back, because I can just put that into the graveyard. Put back Velocity and Bolt, and then cast Pieces. I actually want all these lands. Yeah, this is good, because now I can take Counterspell plus Preordain. And then go Preordain here. Now I basically just need to dodge like an insane turn from them. If I get to untap, like I should find Serpentine Curve at some point and just be able to make a massive thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can, any Serpentine Curve I cast now is a 10/10. I mean, this is threatening to deal a lot of damage at some point. Gear Seeker Serpent. Okay. This is a draw 2. I can like bolt this, scred this, leave up Counterspell. I have to play a 6th land. Then let's go scred the 5/6. I'm going to bolt the Disciple right now. I mean, I guess I could just pass the turn, take 5, and then maybe cast a Cannonade at some point. I don't really want them to untap with both of these out, though, so I think I need to just bolt this. Or, because I could go Cannonade plus Bolt here to kill both of these, but yeah, if they just untap with this, they get to like potentially drain me for like 10. And I just don't really want that to happen. I can take 4 off this, but I don't want to get comboed out by Disciple. I can just ignore the Cannonade. Maybe I should have shuffled that away at some point, but I haven't so far, so. Feeling okay about this game. I also have a maximized velocity in the graveyard, so any snake that I find, as long as I can find a Serpentine Curve, I just get to play a huge snake with haste, which I don't think that deck can really deal with. And I have a counterspell to buy time here. Let's go Frantic Inventory. 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is representing 6 damage right now. And there's a curve. Okay, let's brainstorm. Another curve. Nice. I have 5, 6, potentially 7 mana. Let's just put back Fjord because I'm never going to play that. And then put back a random card that I'm going to draw this turn. Sure. And go Island. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I think what I'm doing is I'm going curve with haste. And then play a maximized velocity from the graveyard, discarding the Cannonade. And then leave up Counterspell. Then they're basically just dead in 2 hits. Because I have a 14/14, and then I go maximize velocity here, discard Cannonade. I mean, they can chump this next turn, I suppose, but I can play another curve with haste. Yeah, the maximized velocity actually does seem pretty sweet. Oh, for some reason, I also thought, this is so embarrassing. I haven't played with Jumpstart that much. I also thought it goes back into your graveyard, but I guess you only get to utilize it once. But, I mean, obviously it's still pretty good. We got value because we were able to not take it on in earlier pieces and bin it, make a bigger snake, and then still get to use it. What? Do they have lethal here? With like Galvanic Blast or something? They're just utilizing their mana because they're going for lethal. 3, 4, 5, 6. They're gonna block shoot, assuming I can't find a removal spell for this before blockers. I think they're in trouble. I'm still at 14. They're attacking? Oh, they're just gonna try to Galvanic Blast me out of the game? I'm gonna counter anything they do. 3, 4, 5. All right, 3, 5, 7. So they have potentially 7. So again, Galvanic Blast can kill me. This is not going to work, as far as I know. They only have 1 red source, 3 cards in hand. They're just munitioning a bunch. What are they doing? Okay. I really don't get this line. Why wouldn't they Galblast first to see if it resolves and then go for this? And they're going to go too low on artifacts. Like if they sack 2 more artifacts, they can no longer Galblast with Metalcraft. So they have 3 artifacts now. I'm at 5. Galvanic Blast? Just pass the turn? What? They're going to Gal Blast me on upkeep and then try to sack an artifact, I think. I think that's what's going to happen here. What? What is happening? Just going to preordain, looking for interaction. Don't need these. Another curve. Do I want a pieces of the puzzle or just attack first? I'll just attack. Did they just like think they had lethal for some reason? I don't get what just happened. They just spent so long just like shoot, 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 shoot. Maybe hoping I'd like respond or something. I don't understand what just happened. Okay. We get some great sideboard cards. Hydroblast is really good against Affinity because it kills the Tog, counters Galvanic Blast, and it kills the Tog, counters Galvanic Blast, and they bring in Pyroblast a lot of times. So they often do bring in Pyroblast for curve. I wonder if I'm supposed to just take out Velocity for that reason. I mean, it's not bad to have the 1 copy. I need to side out 3 more cards. I like the Teaches, I like the Fling. I think I can side this out, actually. It's kind of weird. I could side out the Thought Scours, too. I don't necessarily need to go too fast. I could also side out 2 copies of Bolt. But I'm already siding out Cannonades, and I want answers to... maximum number of answers to their 1/1 that drains. I think I can just side out the Thought Scours here. Keep the pieces of the puzzle for card advantage. Don't think I need Bonders or Relic. Dispel is fine, but also like bringing in like 1 or 2 Pyroblast I've found to be okay in this matchup, but I'm gonna try it without. All right, snap mulligan here. Ugh. This is disgusting. Keep. Just get rid of a Teach. Just play an Evolving Wilds. Turn 1 Disciple. In trouble. Just gonna crack now so I can F6. I know it could technically cost me, but I'd rather just play fast, honestly. Time is valuable too. And my actual time in real life is valuable too. No second land? Okay, they do. There's a Bolt. Do I need to leave up Hydroblast this turn? I don't think so. I can't leave up Counterspell, so I think I'm going basic land cycling, get Mountain. And then I'll think about bolting one of these. I could always cycle Ash Barrens next turn and then leave up Counterspell. I think I want to just bolt one, honestly. I think I'm going to bolt it at some point, so I might as well just do it now. Save 1 damage, which can matter, you know, especially if they play like a Munitions or something. Another Disciple, wow. Mono Disciple draw. I was gonna say I like playing Fjord Path, but I actually leaving up Counterspell here, so let's do this. I can take 2. I was thinking about leaving in 1 candidate for these heavy Disciple draws, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna do that. If they go to play Natog, I'm just gonna Hydroblast it. They just play nothing. Okay. Well, there's a Bolt. That's a good draw. I'm just gonna bolt 1 now, and leave up Counterspell. Now if I draw a land, it's just like insanely good. Because then I get to pieces of the puzzle with Serpentine or with Counterspell up. Look at this perfects. Yahtzee. One of each. They have only 3 cards in hand. Did they mulligan? I don't think so. Oh wait. I mulliganed and they kept 7. They just have mono disciples, which I'm just killing. Just gonna counter this. They have 2 cards left. I can kill an Atog. I'm still gonna go pieces here because I don't have a counterspell yet, but this powers up my Serpentine Curve anyway. I think actually I'm gonna take Scred plus Preordain. Because then I can just fire off a Preordain here. Seems good. And I still have a Hydroblast for an Atog. Ooh. Shenanigans? Yes, please. Lightning Bolt? I think I'm actually going to go top and then just bolt this because then I have still Scred for something bigger. And then I'm drawing Shenanigans next turn, which I can just start firing off Shenanigans, like especially on the blue and red land. If they just don't play anything. Yeah, I mean, even this just doesn't do anything. Just gonna Shenanigans that. And then honestly, I can just start dredging Shenanigans if I want. Just start killing a land every turn. Maybe I should play a curve first. It's 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 9/9. I mean, I could just dredge it and kill their seat, lock them out of playing like a Thoughtcast. It's got to be good enough. I think next turn I will not dredge it though, and then just try to find more draw spells. I mean, I could just start killing all their lands. It's not bad. Ichor Wellspring, they draw. Sure. Frogmite. Frogmite is fine. Just doesn't really do anything. I'm going to actually just draw my card for turn. Frantic Inventory is pretty perfect. I think I'm actually just going to play this. And maybe I do just dredge Shenanigans at this point and then blow up like either an Ancient Den or a Vault. They've already played a lot of black spells though. I can also just not dredge Shenanigans, as weird as that is. No, let's just do it. Let's just kill this. This is still pretty good, just to like, I'm getting more spells in the yard. I could have basically just dredged Shenanigans and had the same result that turn, but I think that is pretty good. Maybe I should have taken the first turn off to play curve, but I think just taking them down on all the different colors of mana is pretty annoying for them. And there's a second Shenanigans. Nice. Wait. Oh, I had this the whole time. Should I have shredded this? Probably not. So I'm just going to play a curve next turn. I think I'm not going to dredge Shenanigans here. Tog, I'm just going to Hydra Blast that. Dog coming in. Oh, thought I heard him, but I think he's just going to bed. Oh, wow. They have a Red Blast. Okay. Well, now I have to take a different line. I have 5 snow permanents. So they have to sack 2 artifacts to save a Tog. So I need to take 2 here. I could just play a big curve because that kind of saves me from a Tog as well. They play a land. Okay. I think I'm not going to dredge. Teach by example. I mean, I could go teach by example into Scred. I can just play curve and then leave up Scred. I think that's the best line. I probably should have just played a big fractal earlier, a big snake. All right, I wonder if I just Scred this right now. I think I'm going to try. I guess I could lose to a Fling if it's their last card. Oh no. I mean, they might just be saving this, but they can also fling me. Not like this. Maybe they're just saving it. They're hoping to draw fling, or do they have it? Red Blast, my thing. I mean, I'm in trouble here. Am I just dead? Yeah, I'm just dead. Wow, I can't believe I lost that game. I feel like if I just played a snake earlier, I would have won. Damn. I just get in the habit of dredging shenanigans too much. It sucked. Can't believe I lost that. That was brutal. Do I want the Dispel? Honestly, I don't think so. I feel good about this matchup in general, especially with the shenanigans. If I like, draw that in my opening hand, it's so much better. But yeah, I probably should have just not dredged shenanigans there. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. It's already basically a mulligan with the fling. All right, well this sucks. Wow. Rough. Real rough here. I'm just feeling bad because I feel like I misplayed that game that I should have been able to win. I'm actually just not going to brainstorm yet. I'm just going to wait. I don't think there's a rush to brainstorm here. I'd rather wait to maybe draw a shuffle effect first. Maybe that's wrong, but I think it's actually good. I kind of want to like top here. I mean, another land's not bad. I think I'm going to bottom top though. Draw a random card. I think waiting on brainstorm with this hand is correct, but I'm not feeling good about this game. Navigator's Compass is fine. Definitely fire off an inventory here. And especially if I'm going to miss a land drop, I'm going to have to brainstorm. Maybe I should have kept Island on top. It's close. They're going to Thoughtcast. Really feel bad about that last game. I was feeling pretty safe also with the Hydroblast because I felt like I probably couldn't die to a Tog, but then they just had the Pyroblast back up and then were able to play around my Scred as well. Red Blast to draw one? That's aggressive. They probably have multiple Red Blasts, I guess, is my guess. Prism to Mirror Enforcer. Second Mirror Enforcer. No. Just Scred that. Fling? They're seriously going to fling that for 4 damage? That is fine. That is strange. Alright, there's a shuffle effect. Nice. Awesome. There's really no difference to Ash Barrens and Evolving Wilds here, huh? I don't even want to play Serpentine Curve yet, so just gonna shuffle away 2 lands. Didn't even need to fetch yet. Could have fetched at like the end of their turn or something, but I mean, I'm gonna fetch anyway. Sometimes I like doing it now just so I don't mess up. This Serpentine Curve would be a 5/5. I don't want to double bolt that, but I think I'm going to when they go to attack, because then I'll just untap and just play a curve and just whatever it is, you know? I'm on a mold of 5 here. I still get to play a 7/7 snake next turn. Thoughtcast. Ugh. On the mulligans, I was also just really hoping to have have a shenanigans in hand. Do I go for double bolt? They have 3 cards left. I think I do. Doesn't feel great. I think I do it. They might have like multiple galvanic blasts or something here. I mean, they could also easily have pyroblast and just counter this. Another fling, maybe? Wow. Wonder how many flings they're playing it. Maybe it's just 2. Maybe it's like 3 or 4 or something. They're just going for a Tog Fling hard. Counterspell. Do I just wait 1 turn? What if I draw land? Or what if they're just placed anything I want to counter? Just gonna wait 1 turn. Darksteel, 2 cards in hand for them. I go to 10. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait 1 more turn. Don't know if this is correct, but I want to be able to counter like an Atog or something. So I'll go to 8. Yeah, and I mean, their hand could be like triple Gallop Blast or something, which is why they were playing so aggressive with those flings, but is what it is. Preordain. Do I just keep cantripping and then wait on the Serpentine curve? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is a 7/7 curve? I feel like I would rather preordain, honestly. Another Serpentine curve and a piece of the puzzle. Top, top, pieces, leaving up counterspell, and then this should fuel my 2 curves because I'm probably going to take 1 curve. Red blast. Feel like I should just counter this. And then go to 6. Another pyroblast maybe? No. Wow, this is really going to fuel my curves. Okay, so now I take curve plus counterspell. I'm pretty certain of that. Just double gal blast me out. Don't slow roll me. All right, Mirror Enforcer. I like to see that because I'm about to play some big snakes. I go to 6. But then I have snake with counterspell up into another snake. Temur Battle Rage hit me to 4. Galvanic Blast me. Wow. That felt really bad. That felt really bad. Rough start. I fucked up. I just misplayed game 2. Game 3, I don't even know if I misplayed. They were just playing so aggressive with those flings. Uh, that was a rough match. I really don't think they played well, and I just didn't. I wasn't able to get there. So rough start. Let's just dive right into round 2. Let's turn it around. Simic Horizon. All right, what you got to play first? Keep. Again, that felt bad for me. Just start with a preordain. Let's give him a GLHF. I mean, both of these seem good to me. It's just top, top. I can brainstorm shuffle next turn, but I mean, I guess I do, but I don't really even know what I need yet. I still think I'll just go for it on their end of turn. I don't really care if they try to counter this brainstorm. Maybe this is wrong because I can get spell stuttered here. But it looks like they're just going to preordain or something. Just lead on brainstorm. I mean, this is likely just to be blue-red Fey or something rather than the mirror. But that would be cool if it was the mirror. Right, they brainstorm shuffle. And I'm going to brainstorm shuffle. All my cards, again, so far are pretty good in this hand. Wow. This is actually great, right? I have to brainstorm shuffle, though, because I really want to use this Ash Barrens. So I think maybe I just shuffle away pieces of the puzzle. I mean, I kind of want to cast it next turn. Maybe instead I just put back Preordained Scred, shuffle with Ash Barrens, and then just tap out for pieces, keeping both Frantic Inventories. Because then I get to resolve pieces and probably find another bolt. And I don't want to put back any lands. I think putting back Preordain is good. What if I just don't cycle Ash Barrens? Is that just like, it's just 2 mana inefficient? Could put back Curve just because I don't need Curve yet. Why don't I actually do that? That's weird, but I think I actually like it. Because I can find Curve just as easily. There's Fjord. All right, now I think I do like tapping out for pieces. Because I get to resolve it, which is pretty good. And I think I like taking pieces plus counterspell here. I could take Thought Scour plus counterspell because now I don't need to tap out anymore. All right, let's just do that. I have these frantic inventories as well. I just don't know when I'm really gonna have time to tap out for pieces because I want to start playing these frantic inventories. So let's just take these two. That could be wrong. I think this is the less greedy line, honestly. Very, oh, piece of the puzzle. This is the mirror. It is the mirror. Wow, that's pretty sick. I mean, maybe they could be goblin wizardry. Not sure, but pretty sure it's some type of mirror. They took counterspell pieces of the puzzle into their hand. I mean, now that I know it's the mirror, I kind of wish I took pieces of the puzzle, but I did not. All right, I'm just gonna pass, and then end of turn, fire off double inventory. Scred is obviously dead here. I really thought they were on Fae, and I did not think they were going to be on the mirror, but looks like they are. Pieces of the puzzle. I almost think I should just need to counter this. Do they have Dispel? Are they playing Campo's list? They are. Brutal. All right, resolves. Now let's see what they take into their hand. They put Frantic Inventory and Counterspell into their hand. Maximize Velocity into their graveyard, and they have double Counterspell plus Inventory. I am in a lot of trouble here. There's a curve. So I can resolve a curve here, which I might want to just go Thought Scour myself and then play a big curve. I mean, they can just tap out for curve, but maybe then I like doubles. I can like find another red source, double Scred it, or just, I don't know, do something. I think that's the line though. Start with just Thought Scour myself. Teach by example. Preordain. So I did hit basically 2 extra spells for this. 11/11, go. See if they have to just tap out for their own fractal. How big would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can only make a 9/9 right now. And yes, I cannot double Scred yet. Okay, they can make a 10/10. And we know again that they have Frantic Inventory and 2 counterspells in hand. Pieces of the puzzle, like it. I like it. Just attack for 11. It's so funny that we're playing the mirror. Was not really not expecting the mirror. Okay. Again, like I said in the deck tech, Campo 5-0'd with the deck, so I'm pretty sure they're just on Campo's list. I mean, yeah. Let's see. I think I tap triple island, play pieces, and just it gets counterspelled. Sure. And then play Fjord, leave up inventory. They're gonna counter this. They don't? Wow, there's Fling. I mean, they're gonna know about Fling here, but I still take it because it just represents me flinging this at any point, and they can never tap out. So Fling counterspell, and then it's like I don't have to fling this, but if they like tried to tap out for wizardry or something, I just get to fling. Frantic inventory. All right, well, I just, again, there's no reason to fling now because we know they have double counter. All right, well, now they die. I don't know what they're doing. They know about fling. They just messed up, I think. I don't know why they did that. They had double counterspell in hand. They just definitely did not play well there. Okay. Well, we stole a win for sure. I don't think Relic is actually good. I also don't know about Bonder's Ornament. They Campo's list does have two Goblin Wizardry in the sideboard, but I think I just need to hope to counter those and not rely on Bolt or Scred at all. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's 100% the mirror. I think I just sideboard like this basically. Like, just basically like if they resolve a big snake, I just can't kill it and that's fine. And then I just focus on making a big snake and fighting on the stack. I think I like this. I mean, having maybe two copies of Scry would be decent, but snakes get out of range of removal in this matchup so fast that it's like if you just make like an 11/11 snake, like what you're gonna try to double Scred it through counterspells, it's just not gonna happen. Just board out all the removal and bring in Pyroblast plus Hydroblast. I mean, this is the removal spell you want. So, also of note, Campo's list only had 3 Pyroblast, so maybe we'll be a little bit up on that exchange. Sam's not that great because we only have 2 lands, but it's obviously a keep. We can turn 2 Frantic. If we draw a land, we can start firing off pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, I do not know why the opponent just tried to tap out for a draw spell there. That was just like a gift, basically. I really think I should have won match 1. So just didn't play tight enough. Drew a land, which is perfect. We'll just rep like we have counterspell and then fire off an inventory. Meanwhile, opponent is playing a bunch of preordains, which is scary. Really cool to see somebody on this list, though. See that. Okay, we'll just let this happen. And they put Dispel and Serpentine Curve into their hand. Dispel is really good. I mean, Campo had 2 Dispel main, and I was thinking like, I don't know if I want to go as deep as Dispel main because it's not good in some matchups, but obviously it's really good in this matchup. I think I need to just fire off my own pieces of the puzzle here. Oh, God. Well, I mean, we have 21 lands and 39 spells, and sometimes that'll happen. We are going to lose this game. 3 mana, discard a card, mill 5 lands. Lands are actually good to draw. That was like insanely bad for us. Okay. Just go land pass. They probably have another counterspell in hand. I'm not gonna fire off pieces yet. That was so brutal. I've never I've never had 0 hits on pieces. That's the only way to do it is to hit 5 lands because every other card in the deck is a hit. I guess I have 2 bonders post board, but that was pretty incredible. So they're going curve plus dispel. What are they doing? This is just. I guess they're gonna pyroblast. That's what they're gonna do. Okay. Well, don't mind if I do then. Get that SNEK out of there. I can tap out for my own SNEK, or I can just pieces here. This is actually really sick. If I had one more land, I could like double pieces, but I think I just have to single pieces of the puzzle here. Can take Counterspell plus Hydroblast. Hydroblast, I mean, we still know they have Dispel. I can take Counterspell. I'm definitely taking Counterspell, and then it's like between I think Hydroblast and Thought Scour. And I think it's actually Thought Scour. It makes my snake bigger, draws me a card, and Hydroblast might not be that great. If they have more Pyroblasts, obviously it is good. Hmm. Do I want to play this out? I think I do, because then if I draw a land, I could consider going Teach by Example into Snake next turn. I think I just play that out, as awkward as it is. Because if I draw Island or Mountain, again, then I get to go Teach by Example into Curve. And my snakes are going to be like bigger than theirs at this point. You know what I think I like doing? Is just going Teach by Example into pieces here. Just getting like up on cards. Seems actually pretty good to me. It's a good use of my mana this turn. I'm going to do it. They probably have to just counter this. Because if I just get to mill a bunch of cards from my deck, yeah, they red blast it. Okay, that resolves. Just going to tap out for pieces here. Frantic Inventory and Teach by Example. Sweet. Even missing on that first pieces, I'm still like doing okay in the card advantage war. Like my snakes are already getting pretty reasonably sized. There's a lot of lands in the graveyard. Evolving Wilds with Whack Art, sure, resolves. Is that inventory for two? Or was that the first inventory? That was the first one. Okay, they have 4 cards in hand only. Land. Nice. I think I just Teach into Snake. I mean, I can just literally pass the turn and then Teach plus Frantic Inventory. And then Snake later. I think I maybe like that better. We know they have Dispel. Yeah, I'm going to just go Teach into Inventory end of turn. Not sure about this, but I think I like it. I still get to use my mana anyway. They play a Fjord. They might not have much else. We know they have Dispel. All right, let's go Teach. If they counter this, I think I might even... Oh, they're just F6 here? They're playing really sketchy. Pyroblast and Dispel. Sweet. Another land. All right, let's play land. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can still preordain and then still have Pyroblast and Dispel up after a curve. Or I can just go, which is better, play curve and then maximize velocity it from hand and then have Pyroblast and Dispel still up. I mean, of course they're going to try to fight over this snake, I assume. They have to. They have a Dispel, but that doesn't even counter this. This is also a sorcery, which is funny. Brainstorm resolves. I thought I was dead when I missed on pieces of the puzzle, but I think opponent is just playing not optimally, basically. Negate. What's better, Pyroblast or Dispel? If I Dispel, they're going to Dispel back, and then I have to Pyroblast. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just fight. Do they have another counter? They just concede. Yeah, I think they just kind of played loose there. The Teach by Examples were good, though. I do believe in this card in this deck. I think this card deserves at least a 1 of, maybe 2. It is really good with, like, just the threat of, like, have a bunch of mana, play Teach by example, they're like the opponent is just like, oh crap, like that's another thing I have to counter. Otherwise, like they're gonna double Serpentine Curve, or they're gonna double pieces of the puzzle and just get too much value. Um, so nice, got a win there. Again, I don't. That was the 0-1 bracket, and I don't think the opponent played that well, but it was really sick to see my brew, um, like basically in the mirror. I know Campo is the one who got the 5-0 and basically got it out on the map, but still pretty sick. 1-1. Let's go round 3 and try to win out. Let's go. All right, round 3 against Juliana. Would you like to play first? Yes. Keep this hand. I'm waiting for these Cannonades main deck to be good, but just we're just I just haven't been getting the matchups in general for them to really stand out. With this Cannonade, do I need another bolt? I think I can just do better. It's just bottom top. Might end up wanting the bolt depending on what the opponent does, but with the Cannonade already and not much else going on. Oh, it's burn. I guess it could be bully, and there's a bolt anyway. Definitely bottom topped, but it's just wilds go. Not going to show them that I'm on blue red yet. It's probably not that relevant. Bolt me. Yep. All right, I really want them to just. I always want burn to play a Thermal Alchemist. It's also a card that kills you a lot, but a lot of times it's like the easiest card to answer as well. Right, now we just want to draw counter spells and pieces of the puzzle and stuff. Serpentine Curve? I don't know. I mean, I might just have to start playing small curves here. It's like the weakest curve I've ever seen if I have to play one. I might just have to try to go curve into curve and just get there. I mean, I can't just not do anything. Curse. Okay. And no other land? That's actually really scary because that means I have a bunch of spells in hand. All right. 3/3 snake. That's all I got. I thought about a build of this deck, just going full 4 mental note, 4 thought scour, and just like basically being like a self mill into like turn 4 serpentine curve. And it's like if you just play like maybe even go mono blue, as weird as that sounds, just play islands and just like play snaps, counter spells, and just make big snakes. But I really don't think it's as good. Okay, they tap out for Thermo. Now I, of course, need another bolt. Nice. Okay, so this is pretty obvious. I'm going to go play Ash Barrens, bolt this, play a 5/5 snake, and then my board is actually pretty decent here. I have a Hill Giant and a 5/5. 4 mana 3/3, 4 mana 5/5. Can you beat it? It probably can, but not necessarily. Especially with a fling on my 5/5. I have a 2-turn clock from here. I hit for 8, then hit for 8, and then fling. And I've used 2 bolts, so I don't have much reach other than that. I guess if I draw a Teach by example, they're dead. Searing Blaze, kill my snake. Oh man, that's embarrassing. I'm at 12 and they have 4 cards. I'm going to 11 from this. I don't have lethal on a Teach by example anymore. And Cannonade doesn't do anything. Skewer me down to 9 and then I go to 8. I'm going to lose. Maximize velocity. I can only play 1 red spell per turn. I wonder if I just play maximize velocity this turn, hit for 6. Then next turn hit for 5. Then I'm 1 damage short of flinging them. I'm just going to attack. I guess maybe I draw another curve and then I go curve maximize velocity. Is that lethal? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I make a 6, 6, 7, 7, and that's 12. But I think I'm just going to die here. Needle drop me, fire blast me. Don't do it. Don't do it, opponent. They're doing it. The way it said waiting to pay cost. They're doing it. They're going for it. Main one. They should probably do it on my upkeep. Rift Bolt suspended and now Fire Blast. No, they don't have it? I was wrong. A Bolt does not do it. I go to 3. They have Rift Bolt suspended. Brainstorm. Fire off a Brainstorm. If I draw land plus Fractal, land plus Serpentine Curve is lethal. Because then I can go play it, maximize velocity it. Untapped land plus Curve. No, there's the Curve. No. Why? Why? It was so close. And no counterspell. We hit the curve, just not an untapped land. I can hit for 5, 8. And that's all I can do. I can hit for 10 with fling plus attack. So close. Still almost got that game, which is incredible. Let's bring this in. And let's take out cannonades. Maybe teach by example in this matchup. Just no time for that. All right. This looks good. Easy sideboard. Let's go game 2. All right. Welcome to game 2. We're on the play. Keep this hand. This hand actually looks pretty good. I think I'm just going to pass. Might even just Ash Barrens here, as weird as that is. I know it's, again, I know it's weird, but I think getting this Ash Barrens out of the way might be decent. I guess I don't know if I want to get Mountain or Island yet. Definitely not Hydro Blasting, just a Lava Spike. Guess I will just Thought Scour myself. Wow, nice. Hit 2 spells. Sweet. Just basic land cycle, get Island, play it. And then if I don't need to play Hydro Blast, I'll just cycle this Ash Barrens, get Mountain. Looking good here. The Thought Scours have seemed great. It makes me want more Thought Scours and Mental Notes. Firebrand Archer, no. Now I think I'm actually just going to Ash Barrens for Island. And then leave up Counterspell. And then I can always Frantic Inventory if I have to. Or if I don't have to Counterspell, that is. Chain Lightning me, resolves. You really want to let like the single use like Lava Spike effects resolve for the most part and damage like and counter the like recurring damage sources. Yes, I could have countered that to be mana efficient, but I can still just cast Frantic Inventory here. So I still get to use my mana. And I'm not that close to dying yet. I'd rather just save the counter. I'm at 8, yes. They have 2 cards left, but I still think this has been correct so far. It's just Thought Scour now. Maybe I draw a cantrip. Thought Scour is seeming pretty good, though. I have really liked it so far. They have only 2 cards left, and I have a counter spell. No way I was tapping out for pieces, because I can just play pieces with counterspell up next turn. All right, now it's getting to the point where it's close, where I might just want to counter this, but I think I'm going to just let it resolve. When you get this low, it does start to get sketchy to just let stuff resolve, but I think I have to. Dispel is actually great. Just gonna cast this. I mean, this makes me make a much bigger snake, and I can find more counter spells. Lightning bolt me. I think I need to just dispel this actually. I have one card left. Hydroblast? I mean, this is a lot of hits. I think I need to take Bolt and pieces of the puzzle because I don't really need more than one snake. I don't think that's going to speed up my curve. All right, my basically my clock. All right, shields down. If they have Fire Blast, they draw anything that deals the damage, I lose. I'm not going to F6 on their turn though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I draw a land, I can snake with Counterspell up. Land. Nice. Definitely just going snake because I have lethal next turn with attack plus fling my snake. So I need them to basically not be able to kill me through a counterspell here. Then I should be able to win. This deck is sweet. Even though we lost game one here, I mean, this deck is still super fun to play, and I think it's pretty competitive. Bolt me. Searing Blaze that without playing land put me to 4. I think I just let this resolve. And then if they go for Fire Blast, I just counter that. Why would I counter something that just deals me 1? Because now I'm still not dead to Lightning Bolt. I'm only dead to Fire Blast. Needle drop me. I mean, I think I'm going to let it resolve because I'm not dead yet. And I don't want to dive to a Fire Blast. And I can still kill them with Counterspell up next turn by attacking and then going fling them and still have this up. So I don't see why I would counter that. I mean, yeah, I could die to a Fire Blast, but I can just counter that. Big SNEK coming in. And then fling. I think the one fling is actually good. You definitely want the one fling. You can often speed up your clock by a whole turn, as we can see here. And sometimes that can be the difference. And versus removal decks, sometimes you can just mill your deck and then you make like a 20/20 plus snake. Oh, wow, they had it. And then you just can play snake when they play a removal spell, fling it. But nice. They had the Fire Blast and they were waiting. They were trying to bait me with the needle drop. Almost got baited, but decided not to bite, which I think was definitely correct. Run it back. All right, game 3 against Juliana on Burn. I'm actually gonna snap keep this. It's like we have some cantrips, and I've been like so impressed with Thought Scour so far, way more than I thought I would. I just forgot like our deck is like, essentially 2/3 spells. So Thought Scour is naturally gonna mill over one spell, basically one or two spells most of the time. And it's a cantrip that does that. That's pretty good. I think I might try like a heavy mental note Thought Scour version. It actually sounds pretty enticing here. And I can just kill a Thermal Alchemist here. Well, this is bottom bottom. Yeah, there's always the chance you Thought Scour and mill 2 lands, which is brutal, but I mean, that can happen. Thermo, not curse. Nice. I'm just gonna kill it now before they can activate. Just gonna go Cycle Ash Barrens for Mountain, kill this. I know I'm using my shuffle effect before using Brainstorm, but I'm not about to take even 1 damage off that. when I can just easily lightning bolt it. They have 4 cards left. I'm still at 20. That's a good place to be when you're facing burn. I think I just want to tap out for piece of the puzzle. I've drawn pretty well given my opening hand. Riftbolt and land. Love to see land. Hopefully another land in their hand. Just going to slam a piece of the puzzle and then maybe slam a curve next turn depending on what I hit. It's always interesting, like, let's say we revealed 2 cards on this piece of the puzzle. Lightning bolt me? Sure. If I revealed 2 spells here, is there a chance I would only want to take 1 in order to not have to play a spell and grow my snake bigger? But obviously, we're not going to do that here. We're going to take Hydroblast and not pieces because I don't really need to pieces again. I just need to play a big snake. So Scred or Bolt. I guess we have to do a little math. I'm bidding 2 spells plus this. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells in the yard. But I don't even have to play this curve next turn. I think I just want to take Lightning Bolt because that kills everything they could have and I can just bolt face. I think next turn I'm actually gonna play Volatile Fjord, pass, and then I can Brainstorm, Thought Scour, and then I can curve. But yeah, I really liked tapping out for pieces of the puzzle there. That was insane when we pieces of the puzzle hit 5 lands, did not hit 1 spell. That was nuts. They have 3 cards left. If they have any lands, they're just so far from killing us. Skewer. Sure. 2 cards left, and we just get to untap here. Do I preordain? I think so. I think I'd rather preordain the Brainstorm here. Scred and Fjord. I think I don't want either of these. It's bottom bottom. There's Fling. Nice. Fling is exactly what I want. I have Hydroblast up for any spell I care about. I have Bolt up for any creature they might draw. And I will end of turn Thought Scour. Chain Lightning me. Go to 8 here. They have 2 cards left. I don't think I can die to anything here. I mean, Bolt plus Fire Blast does not kill me. They cannot double Fire Blast, so. Next turn I can play a big snake with Hydroblast up. And then attack twice and Scred. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I make a 10-10 snake. Perfect. Then I just have a 2, like I kill next turn basically with attack for 10, fling for 10. And fling has seemed so good, yes, but when I had 2 flings and I was drawing it early, it seemed really bad. So I think 1 fling is the correct number because you have a lot of library manipulation as well. Like it's not that hard to find your 1-ofs in decks like these. So I really think 1 fling is the correct number. And you want to play this art. They just conceded. They didn't even want to try with me at 8. Maybe they just had lands or something, or what could they have had? Maybe like 3 copies of Searing Blaze and no land or something. Nice, but we defeated Burn. After a misplay in round 1, I think I could have won that match, honestly. And then we advanced a 2-1. So nice. Let's go round 4. I'll see you there. All right. Welcome to round 4. We're against Tilt Ain't Sexy. That's a pretty funny name. I almost accidentally clicked keep there, but I definitely mulligan that hand, and we have to go to 5 here. Brutal. This deck actually should not mulligan that much, but I'm going to keep this hand. They kept 7. I kind of want to just put back double curve, and then like just hope Cannonade is good in this matchup, and then that's a way to like just get out of this game basically on a mulligan to 5. Like if they're just elves or something, and I just turn 3 Cannonade, I feel like that's a good oh, burn. Okay, it's Moggwarts. I have 2 relics in the board, and I have a lot of removal. But obviously on 5 cards, it's going to be rough. Tilt ain't sexy, huh? Teach by example, that was a terrible draw. Teach by example has still been, pretty decent so far. All right, well, I'm just gonna try to set up a turn 3 candidate. I don't want to scred anything. I mean, I could just scred this because this can kind of get around cannonade pretty well. So maybe I do that. Maybe I just scred the Raiders, annoying as that is. And I don't know if I'm going to hit land also. Because if I, they're only on one mountain. All right, I'm just going to scred this now. Could scred the Prospector, but I think I like scredding the Raider, honestly. Now if I draw any land and they just play another creature and I just get to cannonade, I'm in a reasonable spot. It's like, yeah, we had to mulligan to 5, but they kept a bad 7. Okay, well, maybe now they're just looting out of this. We'll see if they tilt off. With that username, you basically can never get tilted in the chat. Like, you can never just like rage in the chat if your name is Tilt Ain't Sexy. It's just like, you can't do that. They discard Sledder and they play another Prospector. Land, please. I'm just going to pass the turn if I draw land. Come on. Nice. I'm not scared of them really comboing me out. I think I'm going to take 2, and then I can end of turn cannonade, or just even end of turn inventory. But I'm going to take 2 here. I don't care about that. Mog War Marshal. Now do I cannonade? I feel like it's good enough. Yeah, they end up with a 1/1, but then they have just 3 cards in hand. I'm just going to do it. Kills double Prospector. They're only on Mountain, no Black Source. I think I just go piece. I guess I go land, pieces, leave a mountain. Oh, I'm binning a frantic inventory here is so good. Love it. What if I bin double inventory and then just go frantic, teach by example into frantic inventory at the end of their turn? That's a pretty boss play, honestly. I could also just take frantic inventory plus like scred or counterspell. I think I definitely want to take counterspell just because it protects me from the combo better than anything else. I think I'm just gonna go for the bin the double inventory play and then just teach into inventory to draw 6. So now I have scred up this turn as well, which is just nice. And binning double inventory is just so sick. How could you not love that play? They're just on double mountain, probably with like Putrid Goblin in hand or something that they can't cast. This is upkeep. Brainstorm. I mean, I kind of want to just draw 6 right now to hit a land drop. Not that scared of anything they can do, so let's go teach. Inventory, copy it. Draw 6. Play land. I mean, if I play a cantrip, I'm still going to have to discard. Do I just discard a brainstorm here? Is that terrible? I don't want to discard a teach by example, actually. I mean, I could discard a scred. I think I'm just going to discard a brainstorm. I'll discard a red card. Yeah, I'll discard a scred. I only have 1 red source right now, and most of my other red sources are tapped. So that's why I ultimately ended up deciding to discard the scred, because it's kind of hard to cast on the mana. All right, let's actually end up turn brainstorm. All right, I think I'm gonna put back land. Then I'm going to upkeep Ash Barrens for Mountain. I have double Counterspell. I don't even need double Counterspell up. Let's just go Island. I guess I should have preordained first. There's Curve. Okay. Bottom, top, pass the turn. And then I can either teach by example into Curve or just play one Curve and then not even teach by example it and just leave up counter spells. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I'll go to 13. Doesn't matter. Thought Scour myself, hit 2 cantrips, perfect. Oh, I could have brainstormed. I wasn't paying attention. Just clicked OK a little bit too fast there. And there's a draw 4. Jeez. 5, 6, 7. There's no reason to double curve here. I mean, I can just play a 14/14 and then leave up Counterspell and Bolt to be safe. They have 7 cards in hand. They've drawn pretty badly, obviously, but they kept a 1-lander. Not sure exactly what they kept. I can just try to find Fling at this point. I can even go teach into Frantic Inventory, draw 8. I mean, that's a little too enticing to not do, right? I'm going to do it. Teach into inventory, draw 8. Can I find Fling? No. I don't find anything good. Still worth. Still totally worth. I mean, I'm going to kill them next turn regardless. Just play this. I have to discard a bunch of cards. Okay. I still have a counter spell. Maybe, I mean, that was super greedy. There's no need to do that, but it was just too fun to pass up to draw 8. Goblin Matron. All right, I think I can just counter this safely. And they only have 1 mana left. All right. Now I get to bring in some relics. They just kept a weird hand there. Let's bring in Hydroblasts, the 3rd Cannonade, and the double relic. And I think that's it. I don't want Dispel. I think Teach by Example is a little clunky in this matchup. It is good in like the blue matchups and the slower matchups, and it is just fine. Like I think in general. And I have to board out 4 more cards. It's a lot, actually. I don't know exactly what to cut. I mean, Thought Scours aren't bad. Can trim like some quote unquote fluff. No. Maybe I don't want to trim of pieces. I don't know if I can always tap out for pieces. Do I want maximize velocity? It actually seems pretty bad just because they have a lot of blockers pretty often. Just keep in the 3 brainstorms. Shuffle away cards when I don't want them. Yeah, I don't think I need maximize velocity here. It's more about me controlling them and stopping them from comboing. All right. Side out double Thought Scour pieces. I like it. I can go down 1 pieces. Just rely on like Screds, Bolts, Cannonades, and counter spells to really control their game plan. All right, let's go game 2. All right, game 2, gonna snap keep this. We have good mana, we have a Hydro Blast, we have a Frantic Inventory to start drawing cards, and we have Fling Curve. So, I think pretty easy. Do I lead Island just to Hydro Blast this? I mean, I kind of want to Hydro Blast it. Just gonna lead Island anyway. I can always cycle Ash Barrens if I don't end up Hydro Blasting that. We'll see. Kind of just need to kill Sledder though. I think I'm going to. I'm gonna Pyroblast this. Should I have just killed it on my turn? Is it that important? No. And I have a ton of removal as well. Carnarium, sure. Just gonna lead Fjord, go. I'll probably Brainstorm the end of their turn, and then if I want to shuffle away 2 cards, I'll upkeep Ash Barrens. If I want to shuffle away 1 card, I'll draw a card per turn and then Ash Barrens. So this is looking good. Matron. Goblin Caves. Yeah, that is fine. Brainstorm. Okay, well, I think I want to shuffle away Fjord and Mountain. Yep. Then let's go upkeep. Cycle Fjord. Maybe I even get Island here, as weird as that is. I don't want to get Mountain and then play Island. Maybe that just doesn't matter though. Maybe I should just do that. Make it even makes it look like I have counterspell even more. I'm gonna actually just do that. When I thought about it some more, I was like, that's actually kind of scary. Like I get like if you see the opponent get Mountain, but then play a land so they have 2 blue sources, you're like they probably have counterspell. I don't want to play my best spell now. I'll play my worst spell. And that buys me more time. At least that's the idea. They might just jam. I think that this version of the deck is worse than the all-in combo version. Because I think a lot of the other spells, like the random creatures like the Moggwart Marshals, when I played the deck, they just didn't seem good. Like I was never winning by like just attacking for damage. Like imagine against a deck like this, you're not really gonna win that often just by like attacking with goblins. So it's preordain. There's Hydroblast. Definitely want that. Let's go bottom, top. Just play Fjord and pass. Probably will end of turn Brainstorm, but I again want to make it look like I have at least Counterspell. They probably have 4 Pyroblast post board as well and a lot of card advantage, so this is definitely not close to over. Probably just start jamming snakes next turn. Okay, they're drawing a lot. But yeah, again, I think I want to just start jamming snakes. I can Hydroblast something. I can Hydroblast even a Goblin Cave if I want. Depending on if I draw a Cannonade here. Let's Brainstorm. Kind of want to just shuffle away multiple lands, but I don't know if I need to shuffle away multiple lands. I can just shuffle away 1 land and just hit some more land drops. It seems good to me actually, just to shuffle away 1 land again. I do want to hit some more land drops here. And all these other cards seem good. I could have just used my mana efficiently and shuffled away like an extra curve or something, but I kind of like having it. Let's get Island, play Preordain, Scred, and Cannonade. Feel like at least Cannonade is good because I can just Hydroblast the Goblin Caves and then Cannonade. It's a little bit greedy because if I don't kill this, I can never Cannonade. I mean, maybe I just bottom here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Already played a land. Let's just pass. Maybe Jam Snake there was an optimal play. Like shuffle with Ash Barrens, end of their turn, untap Snake. That might have been better. This is annoying, but I just need to let this resolve. I wonder if they just take Snake. They know I don't have Counterspell now. They know I'm a phony. But now they don't have any more black mana yet as well. This version of the deck plays less swamps as well, which makes it harder to combo. I really like the other version better. But if you look at my latest Moggwarts builds, the ones that I've been playing, I still played like 4 Street Wraith, like Biko is playing. And I think I might want to just cut all 4 Street Wraiths because it's rough versus like decks like Stompy. Yeah, there's the swamp. And play just like 4 Faithless Looting. Hissing Iguanar. Well, it resolves. I'm just going to bolt that. I know they know I have bolt, but I'm still going to do it. It's just a nice mana efficient line here. They took a SNEK. I'll Hydroblast a Pyroblast. They probably have another one. Maybe not. Nice. Make a 10-10 and have a 2-turn clock. I guess a 1-turn clock if I can resolve a fling. I mean, I might just get comboed out here, but I think I had to go for this. I don't want to just sit here forever. They haven't really done much yet. Oh god. Please no. Putrid Goblin first day of class. Hissing Iguanar. Matron for Putrid. And then they can go Putrid Goblin into first day of class, but then they need a payoff as well. And they need first day of class in hand. So they've only seen 18 cards. Okay, it looks like they're doing it. Putrid Goblin. Oh, first day of class, and then play Putrid Goblin, make infinite mana. I wonder if I wasn't supposed to go for SNEK. I was thinking I can Cannonade to clean stuff up, but they do have Caves in play as well. I guess Caves is better than I thought, because a lot of people bring in like stuff that deals 1 damage. I'm just going to F6 and let them combo at this point. They know I don't have anything. And then, I mean, I can ask them if they have like a Pyromatics or something, but it looks like they're just playing intro. See if they bottom. They bottomed. Okay, did they not have the win? Yeah, I guess my Cannonade doesn't really do anything. They can just chump and then make infinite mana again next turn. Oh no, do they have it? I mean, I'm not going to concede here just because they're making infinite mana. They have 1 card left. They need it to be like a Pyromatics, basically. They'd cycle an Earth, okay. So they drew a random card off the top. Goblin Caves, okay. Well, I have a 10-10. My Cannonade is dead, basically. But if they take 10, they die to Flaying, and they know they can't. They can chump with Skirk Prospector, and they have 0 cards. But any payoff they play wins the game. I do have Fling up, so if I have to, I can Fling, like, break up the combo now, which is funny. But obviously I don't want to do that. But if I have to, I will. Alright, looks like they don't have it. They're attacking for 4. I was like, oh, why is this a 2/6? But obviously first day of class. Now they have to chump. Oh, let's go. I'm just going to attack first. Maybe that's wrong. Yeah, that was wrong because I could have exiled the Putrid Goblin indefinitely. That was bad. Oh, red blast it? Are you serious? All right, so I guess I just fling them. I think that's actually wrong. Let's see. I have 12 cards in yard because I want to be able to make a bigger snake that I can just fling for the win. There's no really point in making them go to 6. Yeah, I could draw more bolts, but I think I just let this resolve. Yeah, it's annoying for me to start relicking them when it's not that relevant, but obviously I'm going to do it because I don't want to pop yet, and I do want to just start working down their graveyard over time. But they can't combo anymore. This cannonade is dead. I'm getting hit for 4. Could draw a card now, but yeah, I just want to be able to not get comboed. Okay, nice. It's not big enough to just fling yet, but still going to play it for sure. Pass. They have 1 card in hand, and I have Relic up and an 11/11. If they chump with Putrid Goblin, do I crack Relic? I feel like the answer is actually no. There's a Scred. Do I just Scred this now? I think I'm just going to attack. I can Scred something like main 2. Like if they chump with this, which they kind of have to do, then I get to just Scred the Skirk Prospector here. I didn't want to Relic them. I mean, I should have just tapped Relic main 1, but I didn't want to pop Relic is what I'm saying. I'd rather just leave it in play and just basically say, like, when you play your next first day of class, you can't combo. I'm going to pop Relic, Mog, War Marshal, and they're all like 1/5s. That is really annoying. So it's actually pretty good here on this specific board. Frantic Inventory, excuse me, draw 2. I'm feeling great about this game now, especially now that I just have this Relic. There's another Scred. Okay. Just attack with my 11/11. I can just Scred something at the end of their turn. No reason to yet. If they play a creature that's more important, I'll just kill that instead. Go up to 17. Sure. They attack for 2? No. Yeah, that'd be greedy. Just Scred this. Get it off the board. That might be worse because they can unearth it, but I guess they can't. Relic them, attack. They have to chump. And they only have 1 creature left. That Moggwart Marshal was just in time. Again, I'm feeling good because I don't think I'm going to lose to just random goblins. And with Relic in play, I just don't think I'm also going to lose to a combo. So, Matron, it's annoying. And it's more, they can even just Matron for War Marshal here. So annoying. And they get Matron. Okay, just getting more chump blockers. They're just getting all their matrons out of their deck. Okay. I mean, they can attack for 1 here, but they still have to chump every turn. Flame Wave Invoker. Okay. Because they can just play it and activate. 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite. They're going to go for that, though. Rainstorm. Let's fire it off. There's a Hydroblast. I cannot quite... I think I just get rid of this Cannonade, actually. just do this. And then attack. I can just Hydro Blast the Flame Wave Invoker. Just because of the double Goblin Caves, I can't really cannonade at all anymore. Now I'm drawing a random card. I could pop Relic at some point, but again, they can't combo. I mean, unless they have multiple Putrid Goblins, they can't combo with me having Relic in play, so I can at least counter like an Unearth, or I can deal with the first day of class. If they play a Flame Wave Invoker, I'm going to counter it. They're not attacking with anything to be safe? Sure. Lightning Bolt. Okay. They chomp. It's just Relic then. They exile first day of class. Now if I draw another Bolt, I can kill them? Yeah. Another Relic. Nice. I'm not even going to pop either Relic. Just because, again, I don't think they can win by like just standard damage with goblins. So I don't think they can win through double Relic either. Relic is just so good against that deck. I think it's like basically the card you want. Because a lot of times they're going to have to commit a first day of class in order to make you pop the Relic. And then it's like, then they're so low on resources after that exchange. And, okay, it's fine. Getting them almost out of chump blockers, and we are working through their graveyard. I mean, I know this is annoying for them. I'm not trying to like time them out by using my relics. I'm literally trying to use my relics to exile their graveyard because it's relevant. Just slow and grindy here. Just getting the job done slow. And I don't want to pop relic yet because I also have inventories in graveyard. All right. And they figured it out with the fling. Nice. Beat Moggwarts there. After some loose play in round 1, we're advancing to 3-1. Let's go for round 5 and try to 4-1 this league. I'll see you there. All right, 3-1. We're against victorious champion. We will see. And yeah, gonna keep this hand. We need to draw lands, but we have removal spells. It's my first time playing in Pauper in like a year. Awesome. They're playing Stompy. Cool. It's a fun matchup. I was going to lead Evolving Wilds, but now I'll just lead Fjord. I wonder if this is their first match or just their first league. Should tell them to check out the channel. Hair is just like not cooperating here. Is it just like totally messed up? Alright, it is just Groth Stompy, I assume. And they also play Vault Scourge? Interesting. I mean, I don't want to just take 5. I could just pass with... Like, I could play Island. There's just no reason to play Island, right? Because I'm going to have to play Bolt or Scred. I actually want to get a Mountain with one of these, most likely. I think I'm just going to play this. I could pass. I guess that's actually greedy because they could easily have Vines or something. Then I just get blown out. I think I actually like just bolting a 2-power thing. And I guess Nettle is just better because it untaps on its own, or Nest Invader is just better than Nettle because it untaps on its own. And if they don't have a bunch of spells, then this can eventually be tapped. So this can be kind of annoying to untap sometimes. Depending on your draw, and you have to take interesting lines. I mean, yeah, I could have left up Bolt to try to deal with that, but I didn't. I didn't want to get blown out again by a Vines. They play a Ledge Walker. Okay, Cannonade off the top. Thought Scour. They have one card left. I think I'm just going now. I'm going to let them attack, and then I'm going to scred the Vault Scourge. Could just scred the Nettle Sentinel and leave the 3/1 flying. I was thinking about going for pieces of the puzzle, trying to find Cannonade there, but I don't think that's correct. Oh, they're just going for Elephant Guide on Ledgewalker? Okay, well, sucks that it's on Ledgewalker. They're just having like a pretty sick draw here, honestly. Let's counter that, and then I'll scred the Vault Scourge, and then they probably won't be able to replay Rancor this turn. So I can set myself up here decently. Scred the Flyer. I take 3, go to 10. And then I can pieces the puzzle. They do have land to replay the Rancor on the Ledgewalker. Okay. At 10, there's Preordain. Just going to lead pieces because maybe I draw a Bolt that I want to play. See, it's almost better just to bin this inventory rather than take it into my hand. It's like, yeah, I get to draw a card, but I get to put it into my graveyard without having to cast it, and I don't really have time to cast it. I'm just not going to take it here. I'm just going to experiment. I mean, I'm in a bad spot here for sure. I already played a land as well. I have to take 5 down to 5. Just don't know if Curve is going to do it. I basically need to find Cannonade. I'm going to 5. They have 0 cards in hand. So let's say I go to 5. I untap. I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 snake. That just doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna bottom looking for Cannonade. I think that's just essentially what I have to hit at this point. I go to 5. That deck is good. Burning Tree. Okay. Again, just need to find Cannonade. I can lead Thought Scour to like dig me one deeper, but I think I'm supposed to just brainstorm. Feel like I'm dead. Put back Teach pieces. Play Thought Scour. Target myself. I don't think I survive with any card here. Because Bolt doesn't make me survive. Alright, let's go to the next game. I don't even know if they're Groth Stompy or just regular Stompy, but I'm still bringing in the last Cannonade. And I think that's basically it. I'll just go like this. I don't think anything else does much. I don't want to bring in Shenanigans for Vault Scourge. Don't want Dispel, I don't think. Dispel is fine, but I mean, maybe it's better than Teach by Example, but I can like double Cannonade or double Curve, do some good stuff like that. I think I'm 1-1 in this matchup lifetime. But my loss, like I felt kind of unlucky. I, I think I got rolled basically, which I know doesn't really make sense with being unlucky, but I feel like this matchup, like theoretically in my head, like, oh, it seems like it should be bad for Stompy. They have to deal with Bolt, Scred, Cannonade, Counterspell. Those are all good against them. But at the same time, they just come out of the gate so fast that it can be tough for this deck. So, interesting. But yeah, let's go game 2. All right, game 2 against Stompy. Got stomped in game one. I'll keep this hand even though it's not very good. I'm just gonna lead Fjord because then if I draw a red removal spell I want to play, I'll be able to play it. And I can draw an extra card next turn with Thought Scour. So I have two outs. Basically draw for turn and draw for Thought Scour at drawing a card I could play. Alright, just gonna pass. If they play a Rancor or something, then I'll Thought Scour, try to draw a removal spell. But this might just be a big curve type of game. Take one. Nest Invader resolves. Curve, or Thought Scour target me. There's Teach by example. Not very good. Thought Scour, mill me. Right. Double Frantic Inventory. I like that. Lightning Bolt. I can just go Teach into Bolt right now. Just clear their board. I mean, that seems pretty good to me. Just play around vines. I'm gonna do it. Teach, Bolt, copy it, target here. Kill two things. Then next turn I'm probably just going Snake. I mean, I could pieces first, but again, I like just playing around. I like just playing around vines by just Teach into Bolt on my turn. I know I don't play around Rancor, but I think that's fine. I think I might actually pieces because it does make a much bigger snake, and I can just draw more removal spells here. All right, let's see what the opponent has. They do have the Rancor. All right. Again, I think I want to pieces here rather than play a big snake. One, this makes my snake bigger, and I can find removal for this. I think I just take... Ooh. I want to be able to preordain this turn, so maybe I don't take this piece of the puzzle. Just because it's so mana inefficient. I think I take inventory plus preordain. I mean, inventory is already ancestral recall here, so this is looking already pretty decent for me. Nice, and there's a fling. All right, so how many cards actually do I have in yard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I played a land that turn, right? Yeah, played island. Okay, that was my turn 4. So now it's their turn 4. Elephant Guide? And they have vines up? Oh, no, they don't. Into Hunger? They make a 9/7 trample flying lifelink? I mean, I'm in trouble. That's a huge thing. I can't even Serpentine Curve plus Scred. I'm just in trouble. And I don't have any bounce spells. Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, I can't Serpentine Curve plus Fling this turn anyway. And I mean, if they have any way to pump this power, I lose, but might as well just go for Ancestral Recall. I draw a Scred and a Curve. Doesn't do anything. I mean, I need to just go Curve plus Scred on this next turn, or when they attack, and hope I don't die on this turn. So, yeah, it's not looking good. I'm just going to play Island, pass the turn, and then cycle Ash Barrens. Yeah, if they pump that power, I would lose. I might be able to survive still and win. But Oh no. Behind, they're just going for it. They have it. GG's. Got wrecked. I'm gonna tell them to check out the channel real quick and then we'll wrap it up. Good games, victorious champ. Got crushed there basically. Still 3-2 with the deck. We got our chest. Again, I should have, I think, been able to win round one. I don't know if I misplayed against Stompy there. Maybe there was other lines I could have taken. Teach by example, it's like, yeah, maybe it should just come out. Maybe Campo is right because a lot of games like against Stompy, I'm like, okay, teach by example, just a little too slow. It should just be in the side. But it's like, well, shouldn't it just probably not be in the deck then? But I did really like Thought Scour. Thought Scour seemed great. And maybe I'll try to brew up some quad mental note, quad Thought Scour version. So I'll see about that. But as far as this version, it feels pretty decent. Again, I don't know about Teach by Example. That could come out. Maybe you want more or varied cantrips, like I said. I think the one maximized velocity was decent. I honestly might cut it. I don't know if it's really worth it. It is nice. I mean, you can cast it from hand and then cast it again from graveyard. So that's reasonable. I guess you can have two uses of it a lot of times, which is value. You can also mill it with pieces and then just kill them for value. I wasn't getting to the point with a lot with this deck where it's like I mill over 20 spells and then curve, kill them in the same turn. Usually it was like curve, attack, fling, and like a kind of a one turn like suspend window, like 4 mana. Then next turn I win the game sometimes. But the deck felt good still. Again, I think I could have won round one, so technically could have been 4-1 there. I don't know about the Bonders in the board, but when I've had them against other Bonders Ornaments deck, it feels strong. Maybe I just want to rely on this on killing their Bonders instead. Also, if there was any way to mill your own deck more consistently, it might be good. I'm not really sure, but this deck was sweet. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think this deck is strong. It's really fun to just make big snakes. And still got 3-2, so not terrible, you know? You're going to get killed by Stompy sometimes. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like my content. Throw a like on this video. Channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. Please check it out. And till next time, thanks so much for watching. Peace.